Welcome to Wisconsin Dells. So we are almost to Wisconsin Dells, and we just passed the sign that said Wisconsin Dells next 4 exits, which if you watched my intro to Wisconsin Dells video, which I will link up above, I talked about how there are 4 exits. Now here's the first one. This is exit 85 for highways 12 and 16. And this is the one we are coming from the northwest, heading toward, if we continued on this interstate, we would eventually get to Milwaukee or Chicago, okay? So this is coming from this direction. If you're coming from Milwaukee or Chicago, obviously this is going to be the opposite way for you. So here's the sign for Rocky Arbor National or State Park, which I talked about in that video. And I mentioned that at this exit, oh, Meg, show the railroad track down here. I mentioned that there's an Amtrak station. Are you showing the railroad track?
Yes.
Okay, this is where the Amtrak train would come on that track right underneath us. If you time it right, you can actually see a train go by. Okay, here's that first exit I talked about, and I said that it looks like there's nothing there. And if you look here, down by the exit, you'll see what I mean. There's nothing there. There's no gas stations, there's no hotels, there's not really anything. Oh, I guess there is a BP up there. Show it this way, Meg. So then if you went this way, Meg, you'd go down that road to Wisconsin Dells, and you come up by the intersection that I'm going to show you in a little bit.
I was showing the BP.
Okay, now we're coming up on the second exit, which used to be the main exit for Wisconsin Dells. And here you see the sign for the Amtrak station, and I will show you the Amtrak station in a little bit. And you'll see on this blue sign, which is restaurants, gas, services and stuff, there's lots of attractions listed. And we're going to get off at this exit, and I'm going to show you what this one is like. This is still a very popular exit to get off. This is the exit you would get off for downtown Wisconsin Dells and the original Wisconsin Dells boat tour and all of that. So we're going to get off at this exit, and I'm going to show you what that's like. You can see there's at least 6 hotels, a bunch of restaurants. We're going to actually eat lunch here. Oh, was that a sign for the Lower Dells boat tour?
Uh-huh.
So maybe there is still a Lower Dells boat tour. I thought they got rid of it, but I might be wrong.
Well, it was a very old sign.
Yeah, so maybe it's gone. You know, we'll have to check on that.
Historical marker. Christmas
Mountain. Yeah, there's condos there. Okay, over here on the left, that's the Polynesian.
Not Disney.
Not the Disney. Oh, the truck. Really?
It's not its fault.
That's the Polynesian, which I talked about in that video. Okay, now we're taking this exit, and this is kind of a curvy around.
Here we go.
So when I came to Wisconsin Dells as a kid or a teenager, this was always the exit that we took. The other 2 were built and added later. You can see some of these rock formations here, even on the side of the highway. That's kind of like what the rock formations in the Dells on the boat tour that you see are. Those were created at the end of the Ice Age, when the glaciers retreated and left all these cool rock formations. It's a really interesting geologic thing. There's a lot of that in Wisconsin, and there's a number of places you can go. Show the Polynesian again, Meg. So you can see along here, there's a water park there. See, look. Along this highway, we've got, there's some other hotels. There's a Perkins. Look at all the signs. There's billboards galore showing you all the stuff. How touristy this is. This has also, look over here, been bought out by Mount Olympus, and they're putting up the sign right now. And then you can see there's a Burger King, there's a Denny's, lots of billboards telling you all the attractions. This is very touristy. And we're going to come up here to this main intersection. So popular hotels here, American. Lots of billboards. Here's the big sign for Paul Bunyan's Cook Shanty, which I told you about. It's over here. Show it over here, Meg. Show it over here, Meg.
I'm getting to it. I was zooming
I want you to
in
get
on
that sign. And you can see how popular it is. Look how many cars are there. I've never actually eaten there. And this Culver's is relatively new. They built that. There's an Applebee's over here on the right. We're gonna stop here and go to IHOP.
Starbucks.
And we will pick up this video in a little bit. All right, so I am at that main intersection that I told you about in my Introduction to Wisconsin Dells video. And I'm standing actually in the parking lot of the Walgreens. This is Walgreens. Now, and that McDonald's, see how that McDonald's is like a log cabin-y? The reason for that is because when I was a kid, on this corner right here, where I'm standing, was Fort Dells. Fort Dells was like it was set up to be, it wasn't a real fort, but it was set up to be like an old pioneer days fort. And it was a tourist attraction, and you came here and went through the fort, and there was, you know, like old pioneer days things. I mean, I can't remember it very well. It was like that when I was a kid. And then sometime when I was a teenager, I think they tore it down. Okay, over there, and I think the Lower Dells boat tours are still in operation. You can see the Dells boat tour sign right there. The Lower Dells boat tour you get from there. Both of these are restaurants. The Mexicali Rose is a restaurant. We came in this way. So from that direction, we came on this road. As long as I can remember, that corner has always had a gas station in it. I don't think it always had a Dunkin' Donuts, but it always had a gas station. When I was a kid, on that corner, where the Pirate Cove Mini Golf is, was Xanadu. Xanadu, the house of the future. It was built out of foam. It was really freaky and really cool. If you wanna, like, I'm gonna look it up and see if there's any historic pictures of it or anything, because we loved going to Xanadu, and it was on that corner right there. Okay, if you go up that road, that's where that first exit was, and that would be the way to the little train and the campgrounds, and Rocky Arbor State Park is up that road. Down that way, past that interesting bus, is downtown Wisconsin Dells, and we're going to show you that in part 2 of our Wisconsin Dells tour video. And if you go this way, in front of me here, that is that big Wisconsin Dells Parkway where a lot of the attractions are, and we're going to show you that in part 3 of the tour. So this is the end of part 1 of the Wisconsin Dells tour. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to see the other 3 parts, and we're going to do some resort tours and stuff coming up here, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. Thanks for joining us, guys. Safe travels.